A very good afternoon, students. Today we will talk about the various characteristics of the four orders. As in the previous video, we talked about the harmony in nature in which we are having the four orders, that is the material order, the plant or the bio order, the animal order, and the human order. And over there, we also talked about how the all the three orders, that is the material order, the plant order, and the animal order, they're actually balancing each other and they're working in mutual fulfillment. Human beings, on the other hand, they're destroying all the three orders and they're creating an imbalance with all the three orders. So they're not able to fulfill the relationship with the three orders. Now, in this slide or video, we'll be talking about the characteristics of the four orders. In this particular video, I'll be discussing only three characteristics of the four orders, and in the next video, I'll be talking about the other three characteristics. So, in this video, I will be talking about the things, the activity, and the innateness of the four orders. So, I start with the first one, that is things or vastu. So each order is composed of number of things. Each one of these things is called a unit. So we start with the material order. So I think everybody knows what is the composition of the material order. It is having soil, it is having mixtures, it is having metal, compounds, various types of gases. If we talk about the plants, there is vegetation inside the ocean. There is various plants and trees on the earth also. And each of this, the body of these plants is formed of cell. Cell belongs to the pranic order. Thus, both the body of animals and human beings is made up of cells, and so they also belong to the pranic order. Now, if we talk about the animal order, as you already know that animal is made up of body and self, and the body is belonging to the pranic order and the other is self or the conscious unit. Then we talk about the human order. So the body of the human beings is made up of cell. That is why it belongs to the pranic order. And then you have the self or the conscious unit. That we have already studied that human being is a coexistence of the self and the body. Now we come to the second characteristics, that is activity or kriya. So, activity or kriya, you can say that what is activity? It means something that has motion or has a result. So, the material order is active in many ways. Maybe sometimes it is visible to the eyes, but and sometimes it is not visible to the eyes. For example, if we take in the case of material order, if we take the case of a chair, chair, there are many units of wood that are coming together to form a bigger unit, that is the chair. And when after some time, when the chair will decay, it will decompose. So you can see that the material order has the activity of composition and it has the activity of decomposition. Next we'll talk about the activity of the plant order or the bio order. Over here, you will say that the plant order is basically or structurally made up of the material order. So, and over here have an additional activity of respiration because the plants also breathe. We know that the plants also breathe. So, you have over here the composition, the decomposition, and the respiration. How composition? The plants form new plants. That is why there is composition. And after sometimes the plants decay and they become a part of the material order. So that is decomposition. And there is respiration or breathing in the body of the plants. So the activity of the plant order is composition, decomposition and respiration. Now if you talk about the animal order, activity in the animal order. So we already talked that the body is belonging to the pranic order. That means it will be the body of the animal will have composition, decomposition and respiration. Now if we talk about the cell, because we have the conscious activities also in the animals or the self or the I. So over here you will see that animals can also assume. For example, if there is a dog at your home and a stranger comes over there, the dog will start barking. But after the stranger stays at your place for some time, the dog will not bark because he assumes that that particular stranger is familiar to you. So over you can say that the conscious entities have consciousness or have assumption. Plants and stems do not have that assumption. So this ability to assume is not present in the plant order and the material order. So the body does not assume anything. Secondly, you can also see that there is selection and tasting in the eye. That is predominant. If you're giving food to the dog will not ask from where you're getting that food. So you can see that dogs do not have any thinking or desire that is present in the human beings. Now, if we talk, so that is why you can say, if we talk about the activities in the animals, there is composition, decomposition, and respiration in the body, and there is selection in the cell. Now, I'll talk about the activity in the human order. If we talk about the activities in the human order, the body will have composition, decomposition, and respiration because body belongs to the pranic order. And if we talk about the self, there is selection, there is thought, there is in I. Animals and you can say that human beings they also have assumption and selection and tasting is also going on in our self continuously. So there is a relation and understanding in the human beings. That is why human order is also known as Jnana Avastha. So you have what? In the body you have composition, decomposition and respiration and in the self you have selection, thoughts and desires. And there is the need for realization and understanding. Now, if we talk about the third feature that is innateness or dharana. Innateness is what? It is the intrinsic quality that cannot be separated from it. So, if we talk about the innateness of the material order, you you cannot make the material order cease to exist. It will be existing in some form or the other form. For example, if you burn a charcoal, after the charcoal has finished burning, what will happen? Some ash will be left and you'll be having some smoke. So that it is not actually ceasing to exist, only the form has changed. You cannot destroy matter, but you can only convert it from one form to the other form. So existence is intrinsic to all the material. Now talk about the innateness of the plant or bio order or the pranic order. So you can see because the pranic order is the development of the material order, it also has the innateness of the existence. You cannot stop a plant from growing. If you cut it also, it will decay and it will become a part of the material order. Thus, existence and growth together are the innateness of the pranic order. Now, if we talk about the innateness of the animal order, because the body belongs to the pranic order, that is why the body of the animal will have existence and growth in the body. And they are also having the self, that is, the animals also have will to live in the self. You cannot take that away from the dog. The self, the dog will have the will to live, or you can say Jeene ki asha. So, in the self there is will to live and in the body there is the existence and growth. Now if we talk about the innateness of the human order, because our bodies belong to the pranic order, there is existence and growth present in the body, but we also have the self and every human being wants to live happily. You cannot remove it from the self, or you can say manav sukh dharmi hai. There is will to live happily that cannot be removed from the self of the human being. So everybody has the will to live with happiness in the self. So activity of the human order, you can say there is existence and growth in the body and there is will to live with happiness in the self. We have that is why we should have the right understanding of all the four levels of the four levels, and it will be coming through what that is it will be coming through realization and understanding. That is why we are talking about self exploration, that is establishing a dialogue between what we are and what we actually want to be. So on the basis of our natural acceptance. This will help us to explore ourselves and we'll be able to establish a harmony at all the four levels. And this will come through realization and understanding. So these are the three characteristics that we have already discussed over here about the four orders. In the next video, I'll be talking about the other three characteristics, that is natural characteristics or sabha of the four orders, the basic activities of the four orders, and the conformance or anusangita of the 4 orders. Okay, students, thank you.